Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Blue Review. Today I got a special guest. I got Sergeant Larry James. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How's it going tonight?
Man, it's good to see you. I'm going to put some footage out there. You should have seen it, man. Still got it.
Yeah, I tried to, man. I really tried to. Try to show him something, man.
Introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you're from, when you crabbed, when you was captain.
That's what's up, man. Larry James, man. Box crab 2006, Chris Brown. I crabbed in 2006. I was the box captain. 2009 was section leader. And snare drum section leader, man. Tried to hold it down, man.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Let everybody know, just for the incoming freshmen, just to help them out a little bit, some of the struggles you went through when you were a freshman and how you overcame those.
Okay. Some of them struggles, man, that I went through as a freshman, man, to be totally honest. So when I got to the box, when I was a crab, you got to understand, I came from Really Ridge High School. I was the best snare drummer at Really Ridge High School. So when I came to the box, I came from being the best snare drummer, I came from being the section leader to being maybe the 7th or the 8th best snare drummer. So it was about humbling yourself. And I had to humble myself as a snare drummer, I had to humble myself as a crab. I had to learn that a crab was seen and not heard. And I had to really get that. It's
tough, but you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I had to get that in my mind that it took a lot of work, it took a lot of endurance. I had to drop myself down to bring myself back up. And I had a great team. I had a great leadership role. My section leader, Clifton Love, really
shout out Cliff. Shout out Cliff.
Yeah, B.O. baby. I had a great, my brother, Jonathan Roberson, just showed me the game, showed me how to go, Fat Joe, and really instilled that box mentality in me that I still use to this day on my job. So it's really
Tell a little bit about your job. Let them know what you do for a living.
Man, I'm a sergeant for a police department. I work for the Hempstead Police Department. Currently, I supervise officers on patrol, night shift patrol, and what that entails is really enforcing the law, man. And a lot of things, a lot of skills that I teach them, a lot of mentality and morals that I teach them came right here from Prairie View A&M, came right here from the box, on that endurance, on that practice, on the method, on the ism that everybody speak of. It came on that practice effort that we had to put into it and that mentality. So all that stuff that I use to this day came right here when I was 18 years old as a freshman in the box.
Man, that's what's up. Yeah. Man, I really appreciate that feedback. Yeah. It helps out a lot. Let's see here. Let me have your top three PV cadences of all time. Let them have it.
All right, I'm gonna give you my top 3. So the first one and foremost is gonna have to be that cutthroat. And I'm gonna tell you that Maurice Mosley, old school Really Ridge Cat, Box 99, he taught me cutthroat before I was supposed to learn it. And I appreciate him for that. So that's my number one. Yeah, that's my number one. My number 2 is gonna have to be that stoplight, and that was made by my section leader, Clifton Love.
When was that? What year was that?
It was made in 07, and it was announced to the world in 08. And I just remember when we played it in 2008, I just remember all them old school box cats just going crazy, going wild, just like, man, we gotta see it again. So shout out to you, Clifton Love, man. That was my number 2. And my number 3 is gonna have to be Matrix from that boy.
The 03 class.
Oh yeah, Matrix from that boy Pac-10. I love that cadence, and also it's just a mixture with 420, Matrix and 420. Those are my top. I'm gonna say 4. I can't say 3. I gotta say 4 for the frat.
For the bill, yeah. Good.
So top 4 is a mixture between the Matrix and that 420, and both of them came from that boy Pac-10. So that's my 3.
Showing love to the box. That's what it's all about. It's all about.
That
line of people just coming in and feeding and making it happen. Let people know some of your best memories when you were there and some of the things that you experienced that you can remember.
Man, some of my best memories, I'm not going to lie to you. When I strapped up on that drum and when I played that sequence for the first time with the whole section, and that mud just came together and it sounded like music. It didn't sound like a bunch of drums banging. It sounded like a melody, like a song almost. And for me, that was one of my best moments. Another best moments.
I like that. I haven't heard that yet. That was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, for real. That's exactly what it sounded like. Another one was getting affirmation from the great Professor Edwards. He came on field one time, and we really wasn't feeling the cadence that we was playing or the feature that we was trying to make up. And Prof. Edwards came to the box. He came to us in front and center and said, "Man, nobody can play with y'all. Nobody can match y'all style. Nobody can match y'all endurance. Play what y'all play, do what y'all do. And for me, to hear the band director say that about the box, the section that I love, that I've been loving, that was just like the cream of it was everything for me. To hear him say that and hear them say that about us, it really made, that was one of the best memories that I have, is to hear Prophet would say that about us.
Do me a favor and let an incoming freshman know that wants to come and play snare here at Prairie View, what they should do before they get here.
Man, one thing that you should really do, one thing that I did, to be honest, is I watched a lot of the box. So
plenty of footage.
Yeah, plenty of years and years of footage. So I learned a whole bunch of box stuff again before I came. Another thing that I did is I practiced, man. I got a regimen down as a high schooler, is where I practice 4 hours a day. A lot of people don't know that. My brother knows it, Fat Joe, Jonathan Roberson. I practice 4 hours a night. I practice on my right hand and I practice on my left hand to make sure that they were balanced and they was as strong as each other. So if you really, really want to be a snare drummer, if you want to be a box or MSD drummer, you have to maintain that balance. You have to maintain that practice ethic and that work ethic to make sure that you're ready and have all the rudiments, have all the material that you need, and that you're strong. You're a strong asset to the line. That's exactly what I did, man.
And to backdoor on that, what do you not like to see when you see a snare drum line, or you know what give me something that they need to work on?
To be honest, what I don't like to see is I don't like to see a lot of snare drummers practicing a whole bunch of the hybrid rudiments. Or like I see nowadays a whole lot of drummers practice on like the buzz, practice on like the stick flips and the stick tricks and all that, but they don't know their essential 40 rudiments. They don't know the paradiddles, the single stroke roll, the rattle-McCues, the flaming.
You have to have strong fundamentals
they
to
have
build upon.
Yeah, they have no strong fundamentals. I'm gonna tell you one thing I did. I practiced on my first 40 rudiments, my strong fundamentals, and I made sure that I knew them forward and backwards.
Everything's built off that.
Everything. Before I learned any stick trick, before I learned how to flip a stick, before I learned how to twirl a stick, or before I learned how to do any back stick, I made sure I knew that first 40. And as long as you practice that first 40 and know them forward, backwards, inverted, whatever the case may be, you'll have no problem playing any rudiment or playing any lick for a snare drum. So make sure y'all do that, man.
Thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy.
Yes,
Homecoming 2017.
Oh, yes, sir.
Man, we putting it down. Hope to see you Saturday.
Yes, sir. You gonna see me
Yeah. Subscribe to the Blue Review. If we don't roast you today, we'll probably roast you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.